Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. This one is a little give and take. I'm Wick, and I'm going to be playing Matt, and I'm joined by the lovely.
Oatmeal, hello, and I will be playing the professor.
Yes. And where are you, Professor?
Um, that's a good question. He wanders around Toontown. I mean, assuming you don't want him to be all the way across the continent, because he can also go there.
I
Um,
mean, we would hope he's just, somewhere in Toontown, baby.
yeah, yeah. Honestly, I think he's walking around just sort of down the street, on the sidewalk, uh, just thinking.
That's neat. Uh, oh, that sounds nice. I'm sorry, now I'm thinking about walking outside. But, would you like to make a perception check for me?
I would love to. Okay, wow. Okay, I got a nat 20.
Oh, bruh. Okay. Hey, well, this is something. Oh, that's a 23.
Uh-huh.
My man is seeing things.
Yup.
Oh, and that's a two. Okay. So, all right, let me set things out.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just walking down the sidewalk. It's actually a pretty nice day out. Uh, there's a little bit of a breeze, which is it's nice since it's a little brisk, but it's not totally cold. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
you've got different people milling about and different storefronts. Uh, you you've got me who didn't think of any storefronts.
Um,
I don't know. You've
this
got
a Starbeaks and
you
and
pass by a very familiar looking, rather empty looking cafe.
um,
Yeah.
I don't know, sports equipment store, something.
Um, but as you are walking along, you you can really hear you overhear different tunes, just the normal banter. Sometimes you hear the occasional growlix.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and uh, you're taking this all in, but you also hear small, quick footsteps,
Mm-hmm.
and they are headed right in your direction from behind you. Um,
Uh,
they are not making any any attempt to be stealthy here. They
mm-hmm.
actually brush past you. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
they kind of brush against the side of your coat, um, and uh, as they move on ahead, you recognize them instantly.
Mm-hmm.
That's Mitmat. Um,
Midmat.
um, and when you say their name, uh, they they only turn their head a little slightly to know that they've heard you,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't slow down. And just up ahead, there seems to be the opening to an alleyway. They quickly
Mm.
dart in.
Well, I mean, we've done this song and dance before, so he is going to follow.
As you make your way, as you make your way towards the alleyway, I would like to say you also notice because what I rolled there after your perception was not stealth; it was sleight of hand.
Uh-huh.
As Mitmat brushed against your coat, they
Mm-hmm.
placed something in your pocket.
Oh. Can he check what it is?
You can.
Okay. He's gonna reach into his coat pocket. What does he find?
Uh, you pull out a rather cool looking pair of sunglasses.
Oh my god, okay.
Um,
What?
and when this, uh, yeah, no, you know what? What's your reaction?
I mean, he like I think he's still trying to uh keep up. I guess just walking fast. I mean, God knows he has the stride. He doesn't really have to run. Um but I think he just looks at it and turns them over and over while still glancing up to make sure he's following and just looks confused.
uh, okay. So, would you like to make a dex save for me?
Certainly. Dex save. There we go. Oh, is there no modifier for that? Hello? What? Where's my. Oh, okay, never mind, never mind. Sorry. My page is just acting up. Okay, I have it now. There we go. 16.
Oh, uh, actually, I probably should have just had the other one. Well, let's find out. Yeah, okay. Uh, so as you are looking at these sunglasses, turning them over,
Mm-hmm.
and trying to get to that alleyway,
Mm-hmm.
which is not very far. It's probably about 10, 15 feet out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you hear another set of footsteps, running footsteps behind you,
Mm-hmm.
and you narrowly avoid uh, this person who is coming up from behind.
Uh-huh.
They, however, are kind of stumbling, and in fact, they you kind of like move to the side a bit,
Uh-huh.
and they brush past you a bit, and then they face plant onto the pavement.
Are you alright there?
Oh, ow. Oh, I really shouldn't run that fast. Oh, oh. And he kind of sits up and rubs at his face. You can see that now it's a bit red. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
they don't seem to have broken any, they haven't seemed to get any cuts too much.
Mm-hmm. He'll extend a hand to offer to help him up.
Um, and when you do, uh, he uh, he gives a little smile and goes, "Oh, oh, well, thank you very much." He takes your hand and stands up, and now you have a better look at this fellow.
Uh-huh.
And he's noticeably shorter than you, but you also are very tall. So
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
uh, you would say that he's more than a foot shorter than you.
Uh-huh.
And he's got a nice purple jacket and shocking pink hair.
Uh-huh.
Uh, and um, but what you really notice now is his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Even in the midday light, you could swear that they're glowing just a little. Um, but what really catches your attention is that, I mean, for all it's worth, he looks like a regular human,
Mm-hmm.
but his eyes, they look rather snake-like.
Uh-huh.
Oh, sorry about that. I was just, oh, well, that was kind of my bad.
No, that's all right. And I don't pull this often, but while while he uh well like the moment while they're still holding hands before he drops it, I want to roll to see if he can use that one trait he has to see really good, if you know what I mean. And what do I usually put the DC as?
Uh, wait,
15 or
what?
something? Features and traits. Oh no, wait, no. If you look under his senses, Dark vision 60 feet, and I have something else set to 1 foot, but it's actually really more of a touch thing. What did I say that I.
Oh, you have it as 1 foot, I think, right?
I have it in the thing as 1 foot because there's no option to go lower than that.
I see.
Do you
Uh,
you know what I'm talking about?
yeah, me who still has your guys' sheets and pulls it up. Okay.
Yeah, I kind of thought so.
Damn.
I'm trying to see. Oh, I found it. Blah blah blah. Touching or nearly touching. Must roll above a 10 or it just won't happen. He won't get anything.
I uh, uh,
Although if you
wait, so do I roll? Do you roll? What's
I'm just gonna roll a d20. That's just straight up, and like if it's under a 10, nothing happens, and then if you want me to roll a perception after that, then like that'll determine if he what he finds out. Well, I got
oh,
it.
that's a straight 10.
Lord,
Uh well, meets it beats it, right?
I guess, yeah. Oh
I
boy.
guess so.
Wow.
Damn.
Okay. Oh man.
Well, shit.
Would you like me to roll perception now? Because if it's super low, then he could try this and still get nothing.
Hold on. Hold on. I
I know it's kind of bullshit for him to have this, so I made it a little convoluted so he can't just use it willy nilly.
no, it's really cool. Damn, this is so odd, but I don't have. Oh, this is cool. Yo, I did not. This was not. I did not foresee this. Um, because here's the thing. Because what I would usually do is I would just take your perception from before,
Oh.
which was a 23.
And not 20 at that. Oof.
Yes.
Well,
So, Sam, yeah, I'm gonna do it. What exactly are you looking for?
basically, what is he?
What is he? Okay.
Or like at the very least, like I think with what he's got, it allows you to see blah blah blah. Perceive the original form of a state changer or a creature that is transformed by magic. Furthermore, the monster can see into the ethereal plane within the same. Right. Well, not monster. Ethereal plane within
Something
the.
about the ethereal plane? What's up with that?
That's within the same range. So like that's still not.
Oh, okay.
That's not useful.
Yeah, I think this will track.
Yeah, I can see
So,
anything invisible or any illusions.
good. Okay. So then, so here we go. As you are helping this man up, and in fact, he hasn't let go of your hand either,
Fantastic.
because he is going into into an introduction. Oh, it's nice to meet you. I am and as he goes to say his name, you use the ability that you have, and you notice that there are no illusions covering this man, but there is something else. You see these rather translucent tendrils that are kind of around him.
Oh.
And in fact, you can see a particular creature that is attached to this man.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
It is rather large, but also this man is rather small. So,
I think I'm gonna have to roll a whiz save.
um,
Or a charisma. Wait.
here, let me take a look. I have
I don't know.
potential idea. I don't
Not because of what it is mechanically, but I mean for him personally. I don't.
Oh.
Or I could roll deception. It's up to you.
You can roll both and see what happens.
All right, boom, whiz save and deception. Okay, whiz save 10, deception 24.
Oh my god.
Lord.
Damn.
Yeah, the whiz is a straight 10, no modifier. Deception 19 plus 5. Let me throw that in the thing. So I think that what that means is he is reacting because he knows what that is, and
would you like me to describe further what it looks like?
please do. Please, yes.
Especially with that nat 20 perception earlier.
Yes, please describe it for me.
So, you see this this rather large spirit-like creature. They are kind of just hovering behind and a bit above of this individual. But you notice that they've got multiple limbs, but they don't have what appear to be eyes. But they have 4 very large pincers. They are crab-like, while the rest of the body is rather insectoid in nature, until it tapers down to basically there aren't any legs as far as you can tell.
Right.
And
Oh boy. Okay.
even though you don't see any eyes, you have the feeling that it is staring at you. However, this happens in the entire time that he goes to introduce himself. So right now he's going, Nakabe Nakai. And you are?
I'm the professor, and he reaches a hand up to nonchalantly just sort of just flick at his hat, and he is completely cool, calm, and collected, baby.
He certainly is.
Meanwhile,
And,
internally, yikes. Anyway,
but now, of course, he breaks the
Yeah.
handshake.
yeah.
And hold on, I'm gonna have him roll something. Just regular perception. It's okay. Great. He hasn't noticed. This man. What I will specify is that he hasn't noticed, anything that you were doing before he tripped, including anything that you might have found, including anything that you might be holding. So,
can I roll sleight of hand to put them back in the pocket?
yeah,
Okay.
let's hope it beats a 4.
It does. I got a 12.
Great.
Okay, he puts them in the pocket with no incident.
Yes, good. No incident. I do have a quick question, though.
Yes?
That what you used to take a look at this otherworldly creature, how long does it last? Is it just via touch, essentially? Or?
Yeah, the way I flavor it, it's only via touch. I actually should probably put a time limit on it. Although I don't know. It's
The way you have it right now is probably fine.
okay. Yeah, it's tied to a canon thing. Technically, it's like on at all times, but like sort of something he doesn't always pay attention to. So
this is essentially him like honing in on this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What is up with this man? Oh gosh.
It's like how you're not always tuned into your sense of smell, and then like sometimes you specifically go and sniff something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That reminds me.
Uh huh.
Besides this man's appearance, you also notice um, a couple of scents off of
Oh,
him.
fantastic.
Yes. You get a kind of a metallic kind of smell.
Oh boy.
Uh, you get like something that smells like gasoline, and and then you have a third scent. It smells kind of earthy, but you're not sure what it is.
Man, those are all potentially really bad.
Yes, they're all potentially really bad. Um, but anyway, he kind of dusts himself off a little.
Why were you running so fast?
Oh, well, wouldn't you know it? Uh, well, you notice that he's kind of starting to squint a little. Uh, it is rather bright out today, and kind of, well, my eyes are a little sensitive. See, so I took out my sunglasses, and what do you know? The little rascal took them. So I was
Oh.
trying to see where they were, but with
Ah.
this bright light, and he actually puts a hand over his eyes to let himself adjust. It's kind of hard to tell. You wouldn't happen to have seen anyone about yay high, and kind of he holds his hand out about like 3 feet tall. They have like a little what is it? A little ponytail on the top of their head. Kind of interesting.
Um, I don't. I don't think so. It's possible that I missed them, though. I was rather deep in thought, actually.
Ah, well, that's
I'm sorry.
oh well, it's it happens. I just didn't think it would I just didn't think it would happen to me. You always
Yes.
see people that take a hat or a jacket. I've had my jacket taken before, but I get it back.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's
well,
quite
I,
a
I
striking, quite a striking look you've got. Actually, I can't blame you for wanting to track down pieces of it.
oh yes, this just happens to be my favorite. I must say, your jacket looks rather spiffy.
Thank you. I actually just got it tailored, or rather,
Ah,
It was getting a little worn. It needed some. It needed some help.
ah, yes. I didn't know there was a tailor in town.
Certainly.
Oh, but I really am in a bind without those. They were my favorite pair, too. Mm. And so now he kind of just has like a hand on his chin, a chin on his hand. Um,
Kit.
and he kind of looks a little lost in thought.
I can tell you. I can tell you, Wick. Just just from what he saw, the prophet like he does not know this person. Just from what he saw, he is not going to give them the sunglasses back or help them uh, with that in any way, shape, or form. He's just going to keep going like, yeah, that sucks.
It's basically, oh no. Anyway,
Yeah, exactly. All the red flags have been raised.
um, uh, hmm. Well, I
Did you perhaps
suppose.
need a, I don't know, guidance to a store that sells sunglasses?
You know, I hadn't thought about that. That's a good idea.
They may.
After all, this incident just proves that I probably need a spare or two.
Oh, certainly. Good to have
Uh,
extras.
should we go where? And he kind of looks around, he's squinting again.
I think I have to roll survival to see if he can find a sort of like either a like clothing store or honestly like a general store would probably have like some cheap sunglasses. So survival. Where are you? There. Okay. I got a 14.
14?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
So, you kind of take a quick glance or two around, and you notice just a block or two ahead
Mm-hmm.
um, that that there is like a shop. It kind of looks like it looks very like a touristy kind of shop. You got all these little knickknacks in there, and
Mm-hmm.
so that's probably about yeah. That's it's like 30 feet away,
Oh,
probably.
yeah. He'll
Actually, pretty close.
yeah. He'll I think sort of like lightly take Nakabe's elbow and just sort of be like, this way, not far, and just sort of like point in the general direction and start walking.
Um, okay, and oh, well, thank you. I know it probably is a bother, but and as you two walk,
Mm-hmm.
I gotta roll something.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Uh,
Um, as you walk, you guys do pass by the alleyway
oh, right.
that Mitmet had darted into.
Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, and you walk like about maybe a couple feet farther,
Mm-hmm.
and then you hear a rustling. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and Mitmat has come out of the alleyway.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and in fact is walking towards you guys.
Oh my god. Okay. Um, the professor is gonna. They haven't like locked eyes or anything, have they?
Um,
Is it very clear that she sees us, or is it not clear?
it is very clear they have their eyes locked on the two of you. Nakabe has not noticed yet, though.
Oh, fantastic. Oh god. Um, I think the professor's gonna keep walking as if nothing happened.
Um,
Like, just keep going.
Mitmat is just going to walk faster
Okay.
and catches up to the two of you.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, reaches out a hand
Mm-hmm.
and tugs on Nakabe's jacket.
Oh.
What? Oh, and then he squints a little. Oh, it's you, the one I was looking for. Now, what exactly were you planning to do with those glasses? Um, but they just give a wide stare, and then they point to you, Professor,
Mm-hmm.
but specifically your pocket.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna have to roll deception because what he's gonna do is put on an act and just be like, me? My pocket? And be like, what do you mean? And oh my god, that you what? And so yeah, I have to roll deception now. Let's see what I get.
Go
Got a
ahead.
24.
Oh shoot!
19 plus 5. Let's just put that in here. Uh-huh. Hell yeah. So yeah, he has just like why are you putting, you know, how did these get it? Are these your sunglasses?
He kind of blinks a couple of times and then squints a little.
Uh
Aye,
he
those.
he like yeah,
Go
like
ahead.
puts them closer to his face.
Oh, those are. He looks from Mitmat to you to Mitmat to you. You are you guys like a comedy duo?
What? No.
It's doing some. It's quite some good magic trick. Or are you thinking of being a magician? And he's talking more to Mitmat now, who only just blankly stares back. Well, anyway, I suppose all's well that ends well, right? And he opens up the sunglasses and puts them on. Uh,
Certainly.
and as he does so, I'll explain. Uh, me rolling 5d20. Um, he makes a motion to leave, but Mitmat kind of just makes a little sound to get his attention.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then they kind of take the bottom of their shirt and just kind of shake it a little bit. And some objects come out. They're just taking stuff out of their hammer space. And so what falls out are the ones that I rolled.
Oh.
So what clatters out is a there's a mouse trap. There's a fishing hook. There's a couple of sandwiches. You have a feeling you recognize those somehow.
Oh my god.
A toothbrush and a strange-looking metal object.
Okay.
And he goes, what are you? And Mitmat just points at the objects and then looks at Nakabe. For, for me? Oh, no, I couldn't possibly do that. Oh, believe me, things are already forgiven. It's fine. Um, and Mitmat just kind of lowers their hand and kind of stands there.
Can Professor get a look at the object?
I will have you roll like investigation
Okay.
for it.
Alright, you want me to do that now or wait a sec?
Uh,
Because it sounded like you were going to say something.
I will say that Nakabe, he kind of just looks a little nervous because, well, clearly you two kind of know each other, maybe. I'm good to go. Thank you again for your help. And just don't cause any more trouble, all right? And he kind of just turns heel and just kind of, he's not walking really fast, but he's kind of just getting out of there.
Yeah. Yeah, at this point, Professor's just not going to say anything to him.
So now you can roll with the.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Da, da, da. 14.
14. Yeah, that should be fine. Besides, you've seen plenty of technological stuff, but this isn't too outside of your scope of knowledge. Upon looking at it a little bit closer, you notice that it appears to be part of a mechanism that would go inside of a music box. So it's like the metal portion with like the little metal bits that like poke out and stuff.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's that.
Yeah. Oh
But
boy.
hold on. Okay. Uh, and once Nakabe has left,
Mm-hmm.
Mitmat blinks a couple times
Mm-hmm.
and then just curiously shakes their head and then looks down. And without saying much of a word, they scramble and pick up all the stuff and just stuff them back under their shirt.
Mm-hmm. The professor um uh lowers his voice and says, Matt, what were you thinking? I understand having to. You need to pick your marks better.
Um, but as you lower your voice, I'm assuming you kind of get closer down to their level
A little bit.
to speak.
Yeah.
Um, as you do so, I'll say that 11 probably doesn't cut it for them
Mm.
because even though they give kind of a blank stare, you're used to kind of this staring.
Mm-hmm.
um, but you can't help but feel this feels like some sort of fear. They seem afraid.
Mm.
They seem nervous and also kind of fatigued.
Hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's yeah, no. Uh he yeah, he offers his hand and says, let's get you someplace nice to sit down and we can talk, all right?
So as you reach out a hand, they actually take a step back for a moment, uh,
Mm-hmm.
but then eventually they reach out a little hand
Mm-hmm.
to take yours.
No. Um, is there a out of the way bench, chair, anything, curb that's like not too busy with people? Actually, I should probably roll for that, huh?
Yeah, you could roll, see what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Perception, yeah?
yeah.
Okay. Okay, that is a dirty 20.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man, just really.
Well, you just so happen to be near a street corner,
Mm-hmm.
and as you look across the way, there is a pleasant looking park with not a lot of people there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that seems like a pretty nice place to sit and perhaps relax.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna gesture with his other hand and say, over there, all right?
Um, they just kind of stare at you, um,
Mm-hmm.
and then they nod.
Okay. All right. He's gonna walk them over then. And do do the sort of thing that you have to do when you're a much taller person, and sort of mince your steps to keep up with the child.
Um, I'd have to say,
Uh-huh.
you only take a few steps,
Mm-hmm.
or they they um, they kind of get closer to you,
Mm-hmm.
as if like they're gonna bump against you or like maybe give you a hug.
Mm.
But then they just kind of start scrambling up you,
Oh, all right. Fair enough.
and they kind of they end up just sitting on your shoulders.
All right, that works. All right.
um,
Yeah, he'll go over then. Just go faster.
Yes, I understand the whole you gotta you gotta match their pace with theirs, and then they're like, nah.
Uh-huh.
Um,
All right. I
would you
mm?
like to make an insight check as you
Yes.
are entering the park?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, I got a 10.
Okay. Why don't you roll again?
Okay.
You have advantage on this.
Okay. Insight is right here. Oh, 19.
Ah, okay. So perhaps you hadn't noticed before because their hand is rather small and you were only just holding on there. But now that they had scrambled up and they are resting like so, you essentially like they were sitting. They're sitting on your shoulders, like
Yes.
so they got one leg one way, one the other.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and as they kind of burrow a little bit of their face into your hair,
Mm-hmm.
you notice that they feel a little cold,
Mm-hmm.
and they are trembling. Um,
Oh. Mm-hmm.
and trying to think if there's anything else. You just get the feeling that it isn't because they're feeling cold.
Mm-hmm.
It's simply because they're something must have happened.
Mm-hmm. It's not just the temperature.
No.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. All right. As soon as he gets them to a nice seat, he'll let them stay on his shoulders. Um, but he's just gonna um, just kind of sit there and sort of fold his legs and swing his one foot back and forth and say, "What what happened? Did 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 he hurt you?"
I'd like to say that at that, um, like they had like their hands in your hair as
Mm-hmm.
well. You
Mm-hmm.
feel their grip tighten.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Okay. Do you do you need any healing?
Um, you don't hear anything, but you you can feel them shaking their head in your
Mm-hmm.
hair.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Okay. Um, I'm guessing that they scared you rather badly. Is that about right? Or at least part of it?
Uh, they start to shake their head, but then they stop and they nod.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, they loosen their grip on your hair,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and you kind of feel them moving as if to get off of your shoulders.
Uh-huh.
They kind of scramble back down a little,
Mm-hmm.
and you do notice that they have gotten a bit paler,
Mm-hmm.
and they still look, or at least feel, nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and hold on. It looks like they make a motion to do something, but instead they kind of just end up sitting right next to you.
Okay. All right. He'll kind of angle towards them and put his hand like on the top of the bench, sort of behind where their head is. It's a little more, slightly more protective, posture. And He says, Did you catch them doing something bad?
There is only silence. They stare at their lap.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Oh, Mitmat, did did they talk inside your head? In your
Uh,
mind?
uh, Immediately, their head whips around to look right at you.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and you didn't think their eyes could get any wider, but they did.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you can tell now that they are trembling
Mm-hmm.
again.
Mm-hmm. Oh gosh. Okay. Um. I think he's going to tentatively so that they can like say if they don't want it, but move his hand to rest on their over their shoulders, across their shoulders.
Uh, when you do that, um, they immediately move,
Mm-hmm.
but they move towards your direction.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, they get right on your lap
Mm-hmm.
and kind of just curl up into the inside of your jacket.
Perfect. The intended result.
uh,
Okay. Um.
uh, the trembling is more apparent now,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Yeah.
but they are just gripping very tightly onto the edge of your jacket.
Yeah. Absolutely. Uh. He will readjust to hold them there and take one of the loose ends of his scarf and just kind of drape it over them. Um, I've met people who can do that, and it can be quite scary. Um, did you understand what um, what they were saying, or was it a language you um, don't understand?
They don't say much for a moment, but
Mm-hmm.
then you do hear a small voice from them.
Mm-hmm.
Talking, not scary.
Oh, it was something else.
Their eyes turn to look at you,
Mm-hmm.
and they nod.
Did you did you see something about them that maybe other people don't see? Something scary.
They shake their head.
Hmm.
And that man, evil.
I have to agree.
I I took classes to to teach lesson, but but and it is only now that you start to see little tears forming on the corners of their eyes.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna fish a handkerchief out of his pocket and hand it to them if they want it.
Uh, Hold on. I just want to roll. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, great. They do not know the use of a handkerchief. You give it over to them. Um, they take it, but
Mm-hmm.
instead of dabbing at their eyes with it, they kind of just start gnawing on it, as if it's like food, maybe.
Okay. No, in that case, he's gonna pull a familiar bag out from his pocket, and say, no, these are for your mouth. That is for your eyes.
Uh, Immediately, handkerchief is out of mouth,
Uh-huh.
and they are making the little grabby hands at the bag.
Yep. Yeah, he gives it.
Um, but rather than the frantic eating that you know Mitmat to have,
Mm-hmm.
uh, they they kind of only take one little gummy bear
Mm-hmm.
and chew it thoughtfully.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Uh,
It's a uh it's a commendable thought to want to um teach somebody evil a lesson, but I think perhaps you're a little bit out of your league there. Um, I think it would be dangerous to try something like that with him again.
Mitmat just nods, eats another gummy bear.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but you do notice that they are still shaking a little.
Hmm. Are you cold,
He
dear? Or oh, yes.
he he's scary,
Mm-hmm.
but the monster worse.
Yeah. I. You saw it.
They slowly shake their head.
Hmm. How?
I I felt I felt it in head, in body.
Oh.
It it I couldn't I couldn't do I couldn't move myself.
Oh. Oh. Possession. Um. Yes. Very unpleasant. Very frightening. I understand.
When you say these
Mm-hmm.
words, um, it is now. They just burst into tears,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and kind of just they kind of just throw themselves onto your onto the front of your jacket.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah. This is. Yeah. He like folds his arms around them and just sort of like rubs at the back of their back and just holds them close, tries to comfort them. Um, um, is I'm I don't think I don't know how I can help you with that. I'm very sorry that it happened. He shouldn't have done that.
You hear them kind of quiet down and look up at you.
Mm-hmm.
I I'm sorry.
Why are you sorry?
Not not strong enough.
No, dear. It has nothing to do with that. No. No, no. No. Even the strongest willed people can be overcome by somebody else. It's not a matter of a personal failing. It's just an uneven matchup. And I'm afraid that for this you 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 were not the one who had luck's favor.
They actually look a little dejected, but they nod.
Mm-hmm.
Extra evil.
Repeat that? I didn't hear it.
They said extra evil.
Extremely extra evil. I agree. As a matter of fact, possession, in my opinion, is one of the cruelest things a person can do. But
And
it's...
I knew
Oh,
I knew what was happening. I couldn't stop it.
yes, I'm afraid that is how it works. You're right now, though. He's gone, and you're here, and you're still okay, and the monster isn't in control anymore. You're in control.
And they just slowly nod, but they're kind of nodding like into your chest, into the front of your shirt.
Yeah. I have one idea. Does it seem like, oh, actually, I can just cast a spell for that. Why do I even, duh.
Oh wait, magic exists.
Yeah, right. So I have, a suspicion, that they might be under the effects of, fear. Although that wouldn't allow them to go towards him, but I don't know. Is that something I can tell without using identify? Because if not, I'll just use identify.
um, you know, let me, man,
I can afford to burn a spell slot.
I mean, it's up to you.
I'm just gonna. All right, I'm just casting it. It's done. Are they under the effect of any spells?
um, Currently,
Mm-hmm.
they are actually not under any spell effect,
Okay.
but just for flavor,
Mm-hmm.
why not?
Mm-hmm.
As you cast Identify, um, you notice very similar looking tendrils
Mm-hmm.
around Mitmat, but they are fading, they are
Mm-hmm.
dissipating.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you realize that your suspicion was correct
Mm-hmm.
in that they were possessed during that time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. That's no good. Oh boy. Oh boy. Um. Um. Matt, is there anything I can offer you? to make you feel a little bit better? I know I can't fix what happened. I can't make it not happen. But you're away from that now. You're safe.
At this, Mitmat looks up and looks rather surprised at you trying to offer something.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and it looks like they kind of have a thoughtful look on their face, and then go,
Hey, go home.
You said cold?
Home. Go home.
Go home. Okay, absolutely. I can help you do that.
but once they say that,
Mm-hmm.
they actually pull out from underneath their shirt. It looks like a bag,
Mm-hmm.
just a regular plain looking like beige bag,
Uh-huh.
and it looks to you like it's a bag of holding. Uh,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
they open it up, but as you take a look, since you have a good vantage point here,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't appear like there's anything inside.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but would you like to make investigation check
I absolutely would.
with advantage because they're right there,
Wow, okay.
right in front of you?
Yeah. Okay, well, I got an 8 and a 15. I'll take the 15, thank you.
Okay. Um, as you're looking at it, you notice it is a little bit worn. Um, so that maybe this is like a secondhand item. Um, otherwise, it looks pretty normal, except there is a piece of paper that is like kind of stitched into the back of it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Um, and it has something written on it.
All right. Can you take a look at that?
Yes, and I'm not going to make you roll for that either.
Uh-huh.
You see uh, you recognize this word. It's just a single word,
Mm.
and it's written in rather messy handwriting, but you can read it. It's in all capitals, and it spells ellipsis.
Oh. Wow. Okay. Oh boy. Whoa. Um,
Uh,
I,
Mitmap points
uh-huh.
at this inscription.
Uh-huh. I think,
Your house.
okay. I think he like squints at it a little like, huh. Um, and it just looks at Mitmat and shrugs a little bit and says, "All right, if you'd like to stay with me for a while, I have to warn you, I am a traveler. I don't stay in the same place for years at a time, if it can be helped. But I'll let you know if I'm going anywhere, but otherwise, I can park in the same place."
Mitmap can't help but crack a little bit of a smile. Um, and in fact, as they are sitting on your lap and they had taken this bag out and you'd seen all this, they actually crawl inside of the bag. Uh,
Oh my god. Are they just gone now?
they are gone.
Oh my god. Oh
Uh,
gosh. That's incredible. Oh my god. I think at this point he is going to um like unless it looks like they're gonna come back out, he's just going to like carry the bag and basically make a beeline for the ellipsis because he's got to figure out where in the ellipsis, where in the depths of the ellipsis, this kid has somehow connected a a like transdimensional device. What kid? What? Uh, and make sure they don't get lost in there. uh, but yeah, that is what he does. He's going home.
All right. I ain't making you roll for it. We're just at the ellipsis now.
Okay, all right. He
No,
goes.
no, you don't have to roll. You're good.
Oh, I wasn't. Oh, somebody saying roll? Yeah. I mean,
No, I would like to think you know where you parked.
uh huh, uh huh.
Um,
He would enter and assuming they're not in the console, like he'd take a look around the console room, but he doesn't think they're in there because that would be too obvious. And basically enter the inner doors if they're not there and keep looking.
now it's time to play hide and seek.
Oh my gosh.
Um, wait. So
Mm-hmm.
I know it's bigger on the inside, but what? How many like? How much space does it take up? Where are there specific rooms? Like,
Um, um, whew, that's a good question. Um, it is as static or fluid as it needs to be. It has a unquantified unquantified, maybe quantifiable, but it hasn't been amount of space. And she forms it into different rooms, some of which stay where they are and what they are, others mostly at the edges. It's, maybe a little more changing. Like, oh my god. I mean, he's got like a humongous library. There's a pool in there. There's like a garden. There are multiple bedrooms. He only knows where one of them is right now.
there's a child loose
Loose
in
in
the
the
ellipsis.
ellipsis. That said, I think the ellipsis would uh would would try. Maybe, I mean, maybe she just wants to fuck with him, but like she could also try and help him. I'm honestly not sure which. It depends how she's feeling.
Just me. Why don't you roll a d2?
I will roll a d2. Thank you. Um,
Figure out which one. All right, what kind of mood you in?
okay, I decided 2 was she's gonna fuck with him. 1, she's gonna be helpful.
Okay.
So she is gonna be helpful, and so hopefully this doesn't go quite as long as it has to. Um, uh, like literally she's able to make like shortcuts within herself. It's absolutely like the wackiest, like absolutely bullshit space-time dimensional labyrinth you could think of.
God, I have to admit, now I'm just thinking of you probably have caught sight of Mitmap, but then they run away from you, and so now y'all are playing tag.
Oh my god, that's
And
entirely
you just got
possible.
yakety sax playing in the background as you guys are running like a Scooby Doo chain.
Yes, okay. As long as he spots them though, then he's content that they are there, and if they are there, I mean, Frank, if they are on the ellipsis, they are safe. And that is enough to satisfy him. He will go along with whatever game they want to play.
Yeah. um. So, and you can actually hear Mitmat giggling a little as they run from room to room.
Oh
Um,
gosh.
and they seem to have gained a little bit of their spirits back.
That's good.
But eventually, you guys end up right back in the console room, pretty much like almost the start of the place.
Yep.
I'm gonna get a quote.
Oh yeah, that's always the first room, no matter what.
So now they're back there. And Mitmat stops and turns around and makes a little like ta-da
There you
motion.
are.
um, but they hold on. They take out like a packet of snacks from from under their shirt,
Uh-huh.
and they make a little motion to you, like come closer.
He'll do that.
Um, they actually point at the bag. They kind of. Are you holding it or are you just wearing it?
Oh, yeah, I think he probably, assuming it has a long enough strap, either had it strung over his shoulder or whatever, I don't know. But, like, he will, yeah, take it off and give it back to them.
Oh, they don't actually take it from you. They open it up a little,
Uh-huh.
and so they open it. Um, they show you the bag, and then they put it into the bag of holding. Um, and not too far off from where you're standing, the bag reappears on the ground.
Oh my gosh. Oh, you're a clever little blighter, aren't you?
And that is giggling.
Oh.
um, and with that demonstration, I would like to fully explain, especially for listeners, what has occurred here. Mitmat does not have a bag of holding. This is a bag of hoarding that they bought from Grem's shop.
Indeed.
So it is different from a bag of holding in that you are able to fit an infinite amount of items into this bag because it transports them to a secondary location. And when you purchase the bag, the shopkeep is able to change the location, but they're only able to do so once. And that is where all the items end up. So it just so
Gosh.
happens that Mitmat has made the location the ellipsis.
Oh boy. I think he's just kind of smile and shake his head a little bit and offer his hand again and say, "Would you like to go pick out a bedroom?"
And oh, um,
What does it
man,
mean?
that's a nat 20.
Uh-huh.
Now that was a whiz save.
Oh.
Um, it's because they're really trying not to look too excited. But I think you can just plainly tell by now that not only that me, you don't need an insight on this. You can tell even with someone who has such a blank stare or not much of a changing face that they're excited. They're also kind of nervous. They're in a new place, but they know you, so it should be okay. But you can tell that they're having a mix of emotions here. But they very calmly just kind of take your hand and
Yes, wonderful. Oh, and I will note he will make sure to also show them where the kitchen and the pantry are. That's important.
um,
Yay! Oh my God, he has acquired a child.
a child.
Wow, wow.
But
Uh huh.
gosh, that's a very nice place to end it. But I'm not finished.
Oh dear. Postscript.
Um, as you guys kind of choose a room, and it's you notice that it's actually rather small, but
Mm-hmm.
you just kind of get the feeling that they are used to very small spaces and they're probably more comfortable in
Yeah.
this kind of environment.
Uh-huh.
They 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 kind of look at you rather thoughtfully,
Mm-hmm.
and they uh, they rummage around under their shirt and they pull out something that you have seen before
Mm-hmm.
earlier. It is that odd uh, metal object, which you now know is part
Mm-hmm.
of a music box.
Yeah.
Uh, and they hand it out to you.
Mm-hmm. He'll take that. Can I roll history to see if he remembers which music box it is from?
Uh,
Or it's an FPS. Would you like him to just remember that it is probably that one?
uh, um, yeah, you have a feeling that you remember this.
Uh huh. Mm-hmm.
um, but but as they hand this over to you,
Mm-hmm.
they also they're kind of looking at the bag in their hands,
Mm-hmm.
and then they look to you and then back at the bag,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks like they're debating, like, should I give this to you?
Oh. Hmm.
Should I not?
Hmm. Uh. Let me think. There's. Um. I have something I want to say, but I'm. Let me just figure out. Because that means. Okay. All right. I have an idea. He sees them sort of debating that, um, and says, he says, I have an idea. If you like, um, I could keep the bag safe for you, and in return, I can give you a key to the ellipsis, which will open the doors for you.
And uh, they can't help it. Their eyes widen a little, and they do sparkle just a little.
Mm-hmm.
um, and they seem pretty satisfied. They nod and they hand the bag to you.
Mm-hmm. All right, sweet. He's gonna he's gonna take off his shoe and upend it, and two keys are gonna come out, and he's gonna take one off the key ring, and give it to Mitman.
And rather than just like quickly grabbing it out of your hand,
Mm-hmm.
they are very gentle with it,
Mm-hmm.
surprisingly.
Mm-hmm.
They just pick it up gingerly and they kind of look at it. It's just like a regular key or
It looks like a completely nondescript key to a house, to a garage, to a normal sort of locked door. Like
uh,
it's just metal, funky edge on one side, and it's got a like little hole through the handle end for either a chain or a key ring or something.
and they uh, they just look at it for a little bit and give a little smile. They kind of stuff it back under their shirt because like
Yeah.
you gotta keep it safe.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and they look at you one more time,
Mm-hmm.
and they slowly lift up their arms as if to ask
Mm-hmm.
for a hug.
Yeah, he's gonna swoop in and hug him. Give him a nice squeeze, and just like, yeah, just
And I must admit, they kind of like nuzzle into it
uh-huh.
because perhaps finally Nitmat has found somewhere that they might belong.
Hmm.
Um,
Oh my god.
and I don't know if there's anything else you'd like to say.
uh no, I don't think so. I might have a a detail about the key I want to change later, but I have to think about how I want to do that. So, um,
Okay.
yeah. So for now, yep, that's it. He has
Yeah.
a he has a kid living in his uh whatever you want to call this in his ship now.
um, and yeah, I think with that, we're done.
Yay.
And thank you very much for playing with me.
Thank you, Wick. This has been incredible. Oh, I love it.
um, and thank you, listeners, both present and future,
Yes.
for tuning in.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we hope you have a happy time zone.
Yay.
And it's time to say goodbye.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Bye.